since then. So plenty of time for them to work out the kinks and get ready, geared up for
Chamber
this kickoff season.
Chamber fills the same role that the Yoru does, right? Being able to hold here. And then NRG don't have that, so they should struggle to fight here. Maybe they can do it with the Waylay a little bit. I think their plan is just have the tail on the sides and just get information with the drone.
Stuff for a moment right behind the other side.
But I think that I feel like that only works for ever like so long.
Gets his first kill on American soil here as the fight continues into Art. NRG pulling around the corners. Vic turns on a dime. A beautiful shot out from him.
Oh, has he survived that? 22 HP. I can't believe he's up against the Sheriff and he didn't just run and gun that.
And a player advantage have time to slow this round down. Question marks still exist on the map. They never saw Penny, but they can expect that he was.
Dude, look at that monitor lean, man. That was crazy.
Like
an iPad kid.
And try and group for a 3-player hit.
Penny needs to go on a little bit of a mission right now. C9 down a number, need to separate, find out what information they can, see if they can get a pick at the same time. But NRG, by grouping together, are not giving any opportunities over.
Yeah, he used to do that. I feel like every time I watch Kang, he changes it up.
Cloud9 has to re-clear all of that, and only now might be starting
Penny
to
with 6 bullets.
This B-long execute.
Well, Penny has found
himself pretty good timing on this. They only have 1 star.
30 seconds left. And the plant is going to pull 1 member to put the spike on the ground. That gives him opportunities to isolate his fights. Here's the first. But doesn't bite just yet, realizing his teammate is so far away, and with that smoke in his way, he doesn't have a chance.
And with no smokes for NRG, Cloud9 are full flying forward long. The
only
salvation would be this flank from Zelsis, and it's already gone.
Shut down immediately. Penny's got right in front of the turret. A little bit funky.
Ooh.
He knows the position of 1 player. Can anticipate the second. Good work from him on the first.
Nice shot from Brock on this. Holy.
On the round, and the pistol for NRG.
Brock did great work towards the end of the round, but I think the credit for that one actually being a success has to go to Kiko. As soon as this pinch started to come on through, Cloud9 immediately recognized the win condition, which was to break out.
Kind of came down to the Zephyr. Came down to the Zephyr, and I feel like he should have run and gun with it.
To commit into mid, but Kiko, with that kill in the 1-on-2, shut down
force him down to an eco. We got 6 bullets, 5 pass and stack on defense. What the hell is this one?
Good setup and fight over mid out from NRG.
Let's go here.
Is going to force C9 onto full pistols. No investment whatsoever.
Oh, that's nice.
Out of them.
It lands pretty fast as well, so it looks like it's going from A.
Considered 2 Vandals, a Stinger.
Could even have the same lineup from A, so they wouldn't really be able to work out where I came from.
Pick up a few guns. That's going to be the hope from them as Oxy goes diving forward. Brock tries to hold down the line, and he does so until he runs out of bullets.
Spike as well.
The spike is on the ground. C9
2 guns to pick up. Ethan doesn't have one. The good news about this is Ethan took a lot of space.
From NRG. Ethan, with the Sheriff in hand, has worked his way all the way through long.
Dude, a triple swing here will be very smart. Oh, I like it.
C9 making the choice to give up the spike a little bit, hanging out on long. Penny patrolling long as he hears the drone creep forward. NRG have very few tools to actually go for the retake. 2 pieces of utility. They need some nice shots. And they need to not take too much time. Ethan's out in the open here as a double swing comes in.
Ethan won that.
Good first
Dude, they just got the spike. They robbed the spike and got out of there.
The rest of NRG picked up the spike, making a hightail over towards A.
30 seconds left.
And Penny back in that 1v3 position. Ethan taken low. And as that kill comes in, he's given himself a 1-on-2 now.
It's an impossible round to win. He's so far away. Curse Spirit with the tier 1. Thanks so much for the 32 months. They did a lot of damage here, though.
And now hearing it.
Here's the footsteps. He is just a sentry.
Yeah.
Right in the corner. No
kind of
way
at least
Penny's going to be clearing that angle.
Please consider
dicey,
that.
But NRG take it all the same.
It ends up with basically the same scenario 2 rounds in a row, where a pinch is coming through from NRG. They only have 1 player
Ethan
on
here,
side.
I mean, he did unbelievable.
Trying to fight out of that
how he's managed to do this is
somehow
beyond
Ethan,
me.
from this spot, getting 2 kills, saves a round that was looking so nightmarish for NRG.
Yeah, even he's like, how I got away with that.
The time he took to allow his teammates to go in and have that secret mission to secure the spike works out in a big way. And, well, bad news for Cloud9. Brock's got his gun, Mimi.
Yeah, he does. And if you watch Champs, you know that NRG are a big light armor team. They like investing into these bonus rounds.
I mean, why not? He's every map.
Another split look is a dash into street. Only 2 players from NRG working down long, and Scuba just lights out on these opening shots.
Zeppa might have saved him. It's a good early stun. Can he salvo in front of him? Dude, he's done incredible. He's been playing really good at the moment.
A 2-on-2 now with the spike so
he had a
far
very
back
good
into
day
long.
the other
Gives
day.
time now for Kiko to wait and see if C9 will pounce.
Well, it's still a powerful position up towards heaven.
Yeah, I mean, the cutter sounds just everything at the moment, right? The longer they create pressure of actually just being quiet,
right now,
just
Brock
means they
doesn't
could have
feel
got
so
anywhere.
good about walking down through B long without having
The
coverage
whole
on
of the
heaven.
map is a question
The longer
mark.
they wait, the greater the threat of a rotation back towards A. But Cloud9
It's
are
also
happy to hold here.
pretty good
They
from
find
C9
A,
as
they
well.
retake
As much as like
2-on-2.
this is a thing, like just holding close, it's still a risk for them to re-explore, right? They don't know about numbers. It's still a risk for them to go re-explore all of this. So the chances are they still are just cutting sound.
Seconds left on the clock.
We'll have that dart back soon.
So this is pretty nice from both teams, to be honest.
Brock will have the Hunter's Fury off of this spike plant, though. See if that comes into play.
Yeah,
C9
it gets the
choose to
ult off
approach
this.
on
They
the
might want to
floor
go kind
level.
of fast.
Kiko doesn't know that.
You'd imagine Kiko wins this.
Brock escapes.
Oh
Kiko
boy.
sees the first barrel and now realizes both players. That sets up for the Hunter's Fury.
Ooh,
And Kiko
bro, really nice shots, man.
off 3 in a row for NRG.
Pistol
The new
into bonus.
addition to NRG, a player who maybe didn't get to show everything he had to offer in his one off-season showing. Arrives to Americas and delivers on the bonus round. This is another round that was so close to flipping away from
That's
NRG.
really nice
Zeppa.
shots, man.
I mean, you think back to last year, Kickoff, where Zeppa had an absolute master of a performance.
Okay, for
To
some
beat
down to
NRG there.
Nico. We got a
put
sheriff.
that on
We
again here,
got.
but not
I mean, they were going to
enough
get one popped by
in round
this.
3.
Yeah, you'd think 3 kills would have been enough, but turns out it is not, with NRG fully investing into that round after only taking 2 rifles in the previous. Sets themselves up beautifully for the rest of this half.
We really saw the attack side calling develop throughout stage 2.
The recon, yeah, the recon's really
Champions
nice.
for
It does
Ethan
land
is the
fast.
leader of NRG. And I think something
It
that's
landed a
always
little bit late
characterized
because
NRG,
he
even when
delayed it
it was
slightly.
Finesse leading the team in the past, was how good they are at taking those mid-round
I did
freezes
EMEA
that you're
fumble this
talking about.
guy. It's not even a
Knowing when
fumble.
to
It's
take
just
that tactical
the
pause,
salaries in
wait for
America
your
are just
opponent to
bigger.
take the move before you actually activate. They're a very patient team.
It's not really a
Showing through
fumble.
already
Like if someone
here on
offers
Pro.
you like
And that
triple your
also
salary,
benefits them a lot when they find
You're probably gonna
themselves in
go.
anti-ecos or numbers up situations. You'll very rarely see them tossing away those easy to win rounds.
And finding a completely open B helps in this anti-eco.
Very likely C9 just
It's also triple the
the
cost.
spike here,
I mean, not
all
when your
things
org pays for everything.
especially because C9 are
And
close to some
VALORANT.
ults. Actually, you could make an argument for
Triple
someone
their
like
cost,
Vic or
sure,
Zeppa
but-
to go in there and try to just pick up an orb themselves. Certainly taking their time here. Trying to figure out what exactly is going to happen. Vic and Zeppa will be leading the charge while the rest of the team is going to die to the spike.
Very
So
nice.
perfect out of C9 there to get those ultimates
From
in a
Ballin to LA.
completely unwinnable
Yeah.
round.
I mean,
They've traded for
LA,
getting Mono
at least for
closer
the
to
first
his,
year, is
but
probably
an
not
alright
too
outcome
bad.
for them.
and then you probably
Now,
start
C9 have
realizing.
to look ahead. Their first rifle round. and
Cheese and
something
Pie,
that I
thank
thought
you
was
so much
really
for
strong
the
from
7
them
months,
when
bro.
they were
Appreciate
playing
the prime,
against
thank you.
Loud was a lot of their defensive-sided aggressive looks.
Yeah,
They have
not
a lot
too
of
bad, Bobby.
ideas to
Getting
leave a solo
trained
anchor,
at the
normally
moment,
Penny when he's holding this
but I'm
chamber,
like
and
really
push Oxy
allergic
into
to
one
him,
of these
so
extremities. Most of the time, it's not a complete
be involved
hard
too
hit
much.
where they're spamming util at the beginning, but they have a lot of great ideas for how to contact into space and have a bit of a deeper trap play set up than you might expect.
Yeah, extra layers on top of all that. So
Because I
C9
also
will be
didn't
calling a
enjoy being in
timeout to
Berlin.
discuss
I
the
think a
opening
lot of
to
the
round,
players
to
don't
discuss
enjoy
those
being in
layers,
Berlin.
as you're mentioning. I think one of the big factors heading into this next round is you highlighted Penny. Well, Penny saved
hello,
up enough
Slimotry,
money
mate.
for the
How's
operator,
things?
so very likely we do end up seeing him left on his own to his own devices.
And those are the rounds where these kind of 4-1s or 1-1-3s are really good because that op is just so stalwart at holding down alone. Part of
What's
that
wrong with
piece, though,
Berlin?
beyond just
I think it's like
strategy,
the
is
area
getting
that they're in
Oxy
in
activated.
Berlin. They're
0-3
like,
right now. The desk was talking
if you're
about
near
how
the
NRG in some
Riot,
ways lost their
if you're near the
kind of vibes guy, their
Riot
energy sink
arena,
in Psalm, and are having to
there's
fill
not
that
much
gap.
around it.
I think you look over at Cloud9 and
people don't
Oxy's
like it.
always been
They're like
that guy. Obviously,
30-minute drive
on
from
the
the
team
middle.
now,
I thought that's
so
where
that
you were
helps out
going.
a bit further, but he had to be the man to lift them through, especially that run in the playoffs last year with his own energy.
Yeah, they've got the energy, and
the
according to Zeppa,
outskirts,
they've
yeah.
also got the nepotism. So they have
Okay,
everything.
let's get into the
going
big
for
buy
them.
round.
Things you need.
That's all you need in an esports org to succeed. We'll see if that
Big buy round, and
true.
C9
Right
at least have the ult
not working out
advantage,
for
so
them
they
up against the
should
champs.
take this, and you might see NRG trying, I was going to say, do something a little crazy. I kind of like this. They've been making them, they've been kind of just conditioning them with the same util over and over again, and this time they actually pop with it.
Cloud9 back away, and NRG happy to hold on to A main for now.
Yeah, the thing is, both duelists down, that is going to favor the defending team.
For sure.
NRG no
Yeah,
longer
I mean,
having
if
that
Kiko,
dive to
him picking up the
site.
AWP here does create a little bit of
NRG
pressure
now,
that
you
they
wanna
might
start to
double
think
AWP
about how you
default,
can
especially if they
activate alert.
kind
Maybe
of
get that
cut
Astra
down for a
some
little bit.
space in mid, find a second avenue of approach to this
Drone
site, so you're not just having
didn't
to
see the
send
two
it through
behind.
main without a dive character.
Scuba really hasn't done all too much. He hears that trip over on street right now, so he knows he can't go into there. That means someone is very likely patrolling art. So he might end up making the decision to go for the 1v1.
Who is
That
the
would be big.
nepotism?
If he kills Vic, smokes down,
Who is the
losing out on
nepotism?
that cosmic divide for Cloud9.
I mean, C9 in
Ooh,
theory.
that knife catching the Tejo. Only one, though. Isn't nearly enough. Tejo could have been a fake on this side, but again, NRG are really winding down the clock, and with multiple ultimates available for Cloud9, this is going to be a big problem. How do you get out of this choke point without a duelist? How do you make it happen? It is not going to happen. Zeppa collecting on 2. That spike down in the open, and Scuba a little bit too late to the party.
Yeah,
Through
probably needed to
again out of Zeppa.
probably need to do something else here.
I think Ethan thought that calling that bit of a pause would be enough to pull one or two of these
This will be
players
interesting.
off
If C9 start like
of
locking
that
it down a little bit, do we
A
see
site,
the
go back to work
classic
their mid, but
NRG
it just doesn't
timeout
happen.
into fast
With their
strats?
chamber
Probably.
off and trip still active, Cloud9 is so comfortable leaving that A stack intact, and without a dive whatsoever, it's basically impossible to get through that choke.
Yeah, C9 do well there not to over-rotate or get lost in the quiet, in the suspense of the mid-round, but might have an idea to increase the tempo.
Money's still
here.
pretty
4
good. We've got
players
2 here.
geared up in mid
The can't
out
buy
of
next, so
C9
obviously
as
big round.
NRG go for similar ideas on A.
Change up from them. We've got knife over towards B. Doesn't spot anyone, and they're waiting for contact, and
Ultimately,
then they're
C9
gonna
realize
send
there's
it
a
out.
lockdown on the other side of things, so can very easily be used to take A control.
If the orb even
question
gets
is, do
ult,
C9
nothing to
then
stop the
break
orb. Do
this
they
turret
now,
mid and
once they
look for a
take
flank?
an
They
A
look to
main,
just
do something?
Come back quickly through art.
It's also kind of the standoff, because with Teo ult in play, there's always that risk factor of putting down the lockdown.
It's
There
kind of
is an
nice for
easy
C9
counter
because
if
obviously
your
they
opponent
just
can start
locked
anchoring.
You don't
down,
even necessarily
sending it
have
through a
to kill
smoke.
the lockdown
So
either.
who
You
in
can
their
just
right
put
mind
down
is going to walk through
the,
that smoke that was
the
over
Tejo
towards
ult
A?
as that
They can
lockdown
feel kind
expires,
of
you know the
confident
enemy
for a
team's gonna be
little
trying to
bit,
come through
but
the
now
choke
it's
point.
open. They're going to start
Perfect
worrying
stall
about
there
this.
is, again, NRG to
Like
uphold
they're going to
the
have
clock.
to do something.
Gear back towards B.
No embed left towards A, so they don't have a lot of options. And with
Right?
Cloud9 playing heavy
Damn,
for
they're
mid,
so
these
confident.
rotates will be quick.
Vic is going to get his first indication of some players on
Good
this
luck to
side.
Vic,
Choose to
man.
get up close and
Eats the
personal.
util.
Right on the other side of the smoke. Hiding
Well,
from the duelist.
he's done
Stunned up
pretty
and
good
taken
with the
down.
double
The rest of
dash
C9
throw.
all coming in through street. Stalled out for the time being without a fight coming
Teo
their way.
ult back, forces
As the
them
shock
out.
darts
Dude, they
rain
did it
down, it's
nice
an
though.
ultimate,
Trying to
taking
fast
kill
flood
long.
as they start tapping the spike.
C9
Zep is
making quick work
absolutely
back into
sending
the
it.
site.
All
Zeppa
three in the same
again
spot.
delivers for Cloud9. NRG try to extract
Dude, what a
themselves
weird
from
round.
walls. All out in the open 3 again. Is it enough? That's the
Whoa,
question.
Mada hit some nice
so
shots here.
often it
I mean, at
is
least
not.
NRG did
NRG
it all
get another
together. You got to
2
give them that.
rounds
They're
for
all on the
Cloud9,
same
where
page.
Zeppa gets a
Kind
3K.
of looked like they were
And
wrecked
they
here, but
can't close it out. That was so close for C9. The ultimate towards long was perfect to catch Kiko in rotation. He wanted to back away and have that lockdown in the post line if things didn't go his way. But that next layer from NRG is perfect. Look at the way that they swing out here together. Just all 3 players posturing for the fight, knowing that if they hold back, they're just going to get
two
ran over
players
by
from C9
utility.
can't get a good buy.
And they win.
And they force.
Very important round. The buy here is weird
God,
for
okay.
Cloud9.
Kind of been the,
This is the round,
way
man.
the
If they
whole
lose,
game
if they
for
lose,
C9.
C9 loses this,
Little
this
all
is
over
going
the
to be
place,
an
a whole lot of
absolute
saves so
stomp.
far. Penny does have
At
the
least on this
operator, has
half.
very forward posting down on B long. So that's going to cause his 2 initiators to rotate back towards the A site. See if they get here quickly enough. But NRG are not going to waste their time at all. Oxy in the center of this site with the
Whoa,
bucky and shot
bro.
in the back of the head.
Tunnel vision's
Mata
crazy.
takes a shot before sliding on back. That's an easy take from NRG.
And
It's
again, the
nice though,
lockdown is
man.
available
The
in
way
post
they're
line if
dashing
they
over
need it.
towards here. I would have to
Very
watch
good
it back and see
position
what
for
the
NRG
util
to be
was.
in.
The salvo
C9
here. I
have
didn't see
got
the
to move
second one.
quick.
And just throwing down this lockdown, the same time to divide.
They could
Cuts
get
apart the
half.
site.
Definitely tries to half early. Yeah, Disastrous is getting half. He's got half. He's going for the full one. It's going to detain him.
They might go for a little bit more, but 3 players
detained. They all got detained. Ah, dude. Did they go? Oh god. It was such a. I think Zelsis might have called that he had it.
Away from success, but it ends in disaster
when
again
he definitely didn't. He was like a second off.
I want to see just how close that got. Really down to the wire, and it's easy pickings for Brock after the lockdown. I felt like that call came just a second too late. They saw the lockdown. You saw some of the players hesitate for a moment.
That's so free.
I mean, that really was free. Dude, that was their fourth buy as well, pushing them down to an eco. It was a bit of a devastating one. I mean, again, you've at least got to say at least they were all on the same page. And like they were trying to protect the defuse to try and get it before, but dude, they were so slow getting onto the spine. And then when they tapped it, they should have just...
NRG have loved this area of the map, and Mata's just on a scouting mission.
Oh god, that stun's good as well. Man, look at it.
Vic is lethal on the
Bandit.
Dead.
Oh.
And now in a 2-on-4. Tico needs to do a little bit
extra. Bro, Bandit.
For Vic, he's a madman.
Outrageous reply of a round. You lose.
Let's get the replay on this one. I mean, they stacked right. They came in stacking right.
Winning it out. I mean, it was so close to this utility, actually taking down the C9 players back in that corner.
God,
but
it actually does look like a Guardian on a pistol round.
Commitment for NRG. They full read that they could hit into A site, and with still time and options, even after seeing 3, they just decide to continue instead of bailing out of that one.
Yeah, they kind of gambled wrong here.
So a little bit of a bounce back from C9. Breath of fresh air.
It's truly a lifeline, though. They're going to have an ult back again.
Yeah,
for
and
Penny.
C9 had just...
Guns, they'll have ults.
But C9 previously, when they used to play this map, were like... Honestly, they were the team in my mind that would always have info on one of the sides. Like, they always make sure that they have info on the sides. They're probably the best at it out of most teams I've seen.
Forces him back one line at a time. Another
like, they would normally lose one info, then go push the other.
Is brutal to try and op into.
Did we have another tail already? Like a couple of rounds ago.
Pummels the site. That'll be free for NRG.
C9 had players in position to flood, but they couldn't with the
Dude,
utility.
look at it.
Wow. With no command pop, they'll have to fight, but NRG
he got so much closer to his monitor trying to see below.
Center's Fury got canceled out by the KO ult.
Oh, it's a great flash, man. It's a shame no one swung behind that. Hey, you gotta have confidence in that flash, surely.
Trying to give him some idea, but these smokes are stalling everything.
Yeah, it got Astra sucked still.
NRG escaped with 4 players alive. And now C9 need to play these high lines, need to find some kills. Not gonna happen. When you look at Brock, he's gonna shut you down. And now these shots
you guys gotta save this, man. There's too many shots.
Are just playing with C9 at this point. Penny's gonna teleport away and hold on to the op.
This might be the first time we've seen a plant here and just everyone happy to just get out of there.
And I think consistently when they're under pressure, we're seeing NRG make the right decision. In previous rounds,
back to the B spam. Yeah, we haven't seen it for a while.
Here, it was taking the slim opportunity they actually had to escape and get out to long, and full committing to
They were just so comfy. They had so much util still.
Them balancing the utility.
Ethan's disgusting. Ethan's disgusting.
And he is.
I can't.
I can't.
Honest words out from Mata. And honestly, when you think about it, those B-long fights, even going back to the round 2, where Ethan had a Sheriff versus a Vandal, and he's winning out in those fights as well.
I really want to see someone in this lobby buy an Outlaw, because everyone is a half armor player here on both teams. I think it was one of the big things people were looking at after Champs, that not a lot of teams bought Outlaw into NRG when they have half armor pretty much every round.
Yeah, NRG or C9 doing the same
early
thing.
Info, early info. I mean, they could stack 4 here.
And NRG split up the site, dive on forward. That is
that's all of his team's util. That's all of his team's util, man. He was tanking a Teo nade and a KO nade. Oh god, he got half.
Stick behind the wall. That is major. Zeppa can get back on this. NRG are realizing they have to get back in front of this wall. There's not a lot of time as C9 lose a member. Smoke expires. Zeppa on top of everything. It has the Armageddon. He is ready to cause havoc on this site. Zeppa needs 3 again.
Does he consider a heart at all?
He's being asked, Way
Hey, it's a nice try in this one. Man, it looks so rough for C9. It really does, dude.
3-3Ks, 3 losses.
The Waylay just looks so hard to deal with. They keep having one close that gets spotted out by a Waylay dashing in, and then they just separate. Like, I think they just got to stick back a sight or both hold close or something.
Even though he dies to it, I think that is the right call for Zelsis to try and greed the half stick. It forced NRG into what should have been an unadvantageous fight. But again, the synergy in these team fights is what's winning it for NRG. There's an outlaw finally for
Zeppa. Yeah, I mean he's playing good, but
yeah, NRG is starting to clue
I'm telling you, the Waylay's just wrecking him.
It's another heavy mid setup out of C9. They've really liked with the flash over the top. The hindrance though is just too perfect. Very good control, and Kiko again for an opener. Now as the slide comes through, Zeppa gets a couple before
Great
being
trades
shut
from
down.
NRG though.
These other two members of C9 just not really in the party just yet. Mata's still there.
How's he alive?
And
How is he
dash
alive?
on away. It's just silly, isn't it?
And now a 3-on-1 retake for Vic.
Is Kiko an upgrade over Som? Like in the server, mechanic-wise, yeah. Outside of the server, vibes and
9-2
like
for NRG.
the morale stuff.
That is certainly
No.
away.
So it's like
Denzer 2026.
Is his mechanics that much better than Som that it's an upgrade? Probably not.
From either team just stunned maybe 18 times in their respective
But mechanically,
corners. By the time the fight is
yeah.
actually taken, it is Mata feasting.
I can't believe he got out there, Adam. What the fuck?
Me too. In the game against Loud, it was an outrageous amount of
Som has a lot of
where
experience as well.
Oxy was getting away with murder with his neon ult, where he was winning.
I hate Geo's vibes. No, dude, I like him. I'm just saying that Som seems like a big vibes guy.
And again, the most scuffed by for C9.
When 20 was it 20? When was the really questionable NRG? 2024. I was telling them, well, not telling them, but I was saying if they picked up Som, it would kind of cure everything. Need a vibes guy.
Maybe it could be Vic. Maybe it could be Oxy. Some spam peppers him down to 33, and he's out.
Dude, that looks so frustrating.
NRG are just
My
way
God,
too aware
this
of all
is
these corners.
It's not even close, is it?
Exactly which walls to spam through, which smokes to take care of, and it again sets themselves up for a
Honestly,
hugely advantaged
probably still
post-plant.
would have won with Bonka playing.
An ultimate on Ethan as well. So brutal for these last two players to get back in. But they need this round desperately despite the odds.
All the stall utility, and there's still more left in the tank.
And time is ticking. That Armageddon waiting in the wings.
Yep, Brock just has a little pixel there. The second he sees a difference in color, unloads bullets through the wall, charges on in with the shorty as well.
17 to 5
Beautiful
as
play
well.
from Brock there, and 10
nice
for
one.
NRG in the first.
Yeah, 17 and 5 for your champs MVP on his return to American soil. NRG ran loops around them.
So cringe, bro. It's actually so cringe, bro.
Self-diagnosed.
He's calling himself cringe.
Shorty? Like, is that what we're doing there?
It's good to have self-awareness. You reflect on that when we take our halftime break.
True, I mean, yeah, it's part of the game, man.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars.
Not how it works.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bringing your AT&T
If you were to pick the highest upset potential for a game in the next 4 matches, mate, what's the next 4 matches? You're asking me like I know what tomorrow's matches are. Look. The biggest upset. So, we definitely can't say C9 after watching this. That's not really C9's fault. Biggest upset out of these 4 games? Biggest chance for an upset? Dude, 100 Thieves against G2, if you would call that an upset, has potential. They would at least win on bind. If they got that, they're a map up, probably. It was a very nice bind. I don't think NV will beat MIBR, because I think if I look back at this game here, this was one of the worst defense binds I've seen in the last 2 years. So I think that made them look a little better than they actually were. Yeah, I would probably go with 100 Thieves. I mean, in before Envy win tonight, obviously.
Skipped a beat. The team fighting
Duds with the prime. Thank you so much, dude.
The macro was very good,
and they definitely might get a map. Yeah.
Out of rounds regardless.
Sprite the Legend, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate the 29 months as well.
Their map pick here on Pearl, and a pistol round that they absolutely have to win.
Have you watched Brooks Odin, guys? No, has he actually done one?
C9, I think the biggest thing on their minds is let's send some help
probably
to
worth
Zeppa.
watching.
Man's been trying out there. I think 3Ks?
Something
and he's like serious and not
at
trolling,
least 3,
right?
4, I don't know. It's been ridiculous.
Testo Junkie,
and only
for the
resulting
tier
in
1 one. Appreciate the 18 months as well. Thank you for doing that.
Something about him in these games against NRG, he activates.
It's actually an in-depth one. Oh, that's pretty cool.
But can it be enough this half?
That's pretty cool. We should watch that at one point.
Need to start things on the pistol where NRG have really good information. Forward position in A main, seeing nothing. High-low setup off of the turret, ready to play into Art. And that comes after a litany of utility. Kiko getting the first time. Wrap it up! Wrap it up!
No,
It's
this is
two
really
more
gonna
for
be a
Brock.
fast one, holy.
And C9 have gone nowhere.
Mr. Prince again with the prime. Thank you for the 31 months. And John Scott as well with the tier 1. Appreciate the 18 months.
A deeper stun from Ethan, followed by his missiles. Completely
It's a fast game, right? When do we start recording?
I love it too.
26 minutes so far.
How much they shrink on the map, right? You know, NRG are up 5-2. They fully give up B site.
Thanks so much for the tier 1, man.
Just got
Appreciate the
3
14
players
months.
hanging out in spawn. They're so excited
Sleeping
about
early
guns
tonight.
for the
Yeah, it
next
gets a
round.
little bit worse when you look at it and see the C9's map.
5-on-2 retake. And their opponent has no smokes.
I'm hoping NRG's Breeze is going to be pretty cool. Bonkar likes Breeze, I would imagine.
Just letting C9 sit with their decisions they've made.
Used to,
the results of their actions.
used to like it at least 3 years ago.
Surprised not to see Penny hunting a little bit more now.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah, both
We'll wait for Zeppa to clear, but they don't have much time to run back and plant that spike.
Nah, they're going to peek for 1 kill. They're not even going to peek this deep, I don't think. Penny does, as his teammate falls away from him.
Yeah, it's very nice on this one, just waiting for the push.
Ultimately,
sure
a beautiful pistol round out of NRG.
And that ends up even worse, because in losing that round, they don't get a spike
Being
down.
excited for Breeze feels weird.
11-2,
I think it's a good map now. The only thing that concerns me is A, but I'm not sure it was the best example of the map that we saw.
They're trying to play to win the round, which is commendable, to be fair. Like, you kind of need to get a pick or two before you get the spike down if you want to have a chance at the post, but
damn, a timeout off the pistol.
A weaker chance here, and that's something you almost never
he's trying
see.
what he can.
The round 2 timeout.
Yeah. And I think it's exactly discussing
Cameron, thank you so much. Guy Cameron, thank you for the prime.
What to do in that direction.
Yeah, they got to force, you have to imagine. The thing is, Imi just had 2.5 minutes to chat to his team between halves, right?
It makes you think there's something he heard that he just didn't like.
Yeah.
Wants to get his word in.
Not too many chances left here, and also
see, I don't think this will be anything tactic.
Either, right?
It will
it's
just
not like
be
you can anti-NRG too
just
heavy
be
off
telling him
of
to
one
have
round.
a bit of fun, kind of vibes.
Looking over for a second to the side of NRG. It reminds me a lot of watching Red Bull Homeground, where I haven't really noticed Kiko. And I think that's a good thing, actually. That he is seemingly slotting in very well. Their setups are still running. Their macro is very good. He's had a couple individual rounds. I think back all the way to the first half pistol, where he was paramount with that 2K in mid.
It could also be that maybe he's seen that they're playing a little scared or something in comparison. I don't know.
He got a few actually opening kills on the Killjoy when C9 were running.
Maybe it was tactical. Maybe he did plan something with this. We'll see. Oxy gets the Bucky out, obviously forcing into this.
Got 2 or 3 of those in the first half.
Didn't get the plants, so it's not the best.
His mechanics have been very good, but he hasn't been greedy in any way to show that.
Very good plug and play for NRG so far. Of course, if this were to be Red Bull Homeground, then C9 would come back and win this map.
I don't know about that one. We'll see. It would have to start with a win on this scuffed by force.
Well, Ethan pushed back just a little bit. Choosing to allow C9 in. Make them feel a little bit more comfortable for the time being before going for that swing to pounce. That's exactly what Kiko's looking for. Takes Penny down a little bit low, but again, art control has been seeded.
Look how disciplined NRG is. They're just going to fall away, play together on these angles.
Looks like they're going to call as well. Dude, I always say you're never going to see 4 people burst out from here, but we might actually see 4 people burst out of here.
Some reinforcements as Kiko will also go ahead and join him. But C9, really, they're just kind of waiting and hoping that someone on NRG is going to take a more forward line, but what it's doing is eating up so much
fake
time.
A into go back B.
Left.
I mean, this is looking like that
is on the lurk.
T9
Maybe wants to sell a
game
faker.
changers round.
Just trying to work a lurk. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. The
Sorry,
suppression
Shopify.
stops Brock from throwing out the
It kind of is a little bit like that. Double fake, time's about the same.
Another layer for that. And C9 want to move
Wait, they actually leave a layer here.
Who just revealed himself. So now already you have ideas. NRG start to rotate
Mod
towards
is still
B.
here with an outlaw, though. There's a turret to bullet tap and stall.
It's just full awareness out from NRG. C9 tried to get a little bit creative. Tried to throw some kind of a loop into the mix, but it's not going to pay off for them whatsoever.
Maybe they should have double faked on this.
Round 2, and Mimi,
10 chances is
one
going to be.
player on NRG even took damage.
Match point. Oof. Oh, almost done. The issue is they wanted to try and call a pivot, but Modern was just there the entire time. He spotted Oxy early.
You can take some points in the VOD review for this one. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Like you're not looking at it.
And so he's there in position with the help of Timmy to lock it down.
Kills, man. Gotta come out, somebody. They died. You're winning 12-2. Like you have little problems that become a little bit bigger when you're dominating this hard. Understandably so.
He's trying this again. They've been wanting Ethan, but they haven't gotten him.
Well,
they would have won with one card plan. It would have been such a different vibe mentally.
Disgusting round. Absolutely blowing
Whoa.
up Cloud9.
What the hell was that one? That's just a stray bullet.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
Don't hold on too tightly, but a light grip. That's what the doctor ordered here, and let go.
Last one. Did we reach 30 minutes on this? Just 31 minutes.
That was a